Hi everyone, Michael Anfield here, and thank you for joining me. Today's topic is trying to solve our some kind of mental issue that we have, or some kind of addiction or something. I think a lot of these mental illnesses, whatever you want to call them, stuff like low self-esteem, anxiety, and all these things that we're suffering. We're suffering from them because I think it really stems from one thing, and that is not loving ourselves. I've been with my ex-girlfriend who had very low self-esteem, and she was, self-harming herself. And there was basically for the past 10 years of her life, there was nothing that ever helped her. I couldn't help her. No one could help her. Her family couldn't help her. And it was just hard to see such a beautiful, wonderful person not get on with her life. So people are asking me, well, how do I get rid of these issues? I know I have anxiety issues and I know I have this, I have that, but what do I do? And a lot of it really comes down to meditation and affirmations. So even if you don't love yourself or you don't think you love yourself for whatever reason, you go to the mirror and you say to yourself, you just say it, even if you don't believe it. You just say it, and it might be hard at first, or the first few times that you do it, because of the fact that it's hard to say these things. You think the opposite. You think you're ugly. You think you can't get anyone. You think you won't be loved. You think all these things because there are thoughts that start in the mind and the heart. So what we must do, and I do talk about this a little bit in my book, How to Create the Perfect Vegan Life. So what I discuss basically is that there are two things that we must do. We must say these affirmations even if we don't believe them to be true at all. And even if we have in the back of our minds, we have negative thoughts about ourselves. So we stand up in front of a mirror and we say, I love myself. I think you're beautiful. I think you're the most amazing person in the world. Because I am. Each and every one of us are beautiful in our own way. And seriously, there might be 1,000 people that really don't like the way you look. They're unattracted to you. But then there might be 1,000 more that find you attractive. So we must love ourselves. That's the first thing. We can't love anyone else. We can't even, I don't think we can even be vegan if we don't love ourselves. Because how can we love another animal, another human, another, I don't know, tree, grass? How can we love anything if we don't love ourselves first? That might seem counterintuitive in the sense of we need to love others. We can't love others before we love ourselves. Doesn't work that way. We need to love ourselves first. Once we have total self-confidence in ourselves and we have high self-esteem, I mean not to the point where we're always at every event and every gathering we go to, oh my goodness, I'm such an amazing person. They tell everybody this all the time, over and over. It gets sickening. That's ego taking over. There has to be a balance. You have to love yourself enough and understand that and continue doing it every single day and saying your gratitudes as well. I love, like, for example, I love myself so much because I am unique. I am that one unique pebble on the beach or one unique drop of water in the ocean. And without that one drop of water, and another one, and another one, and another one, there is no ocean. And we all wither and die. We're all beautiful because when we think we're beautiful, then all else fades away. Jealousy, low self-esteem, self-harm, all these things just fade away as time goes on. I don't think at all about hurting myself. I don't think at all about putting any tattoos or anything on my body or any piercings or anything like that because I want to respect the temple that I'm in. I want to respect the body that I was born with. And I love myself because I am unique. I am a unique being that's spreading this vital message, the vegan message, the love message to the world. Sometimes we just can't help others. We need to help ourselves first. That might seem egocentric, but we do need to help ourselves first. Otherwise, we can't help others. That's just how it is. Of course, to a certain extent. And so, if we have these illnesses, we need to affirm it all the time in front of the mirror. I'm not saying every second, going to the mirror and saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. But whenever we have a chance every day to go to the mirror, at least once or twice a day, I love you. You are such a beautiful being. You're unique. Parents and God, the universe created me because I have this purpose to fulfill. And I know I'm not just a nothing. I'm not just a little speck of dust in the universe, but I'm the universe itself. And I know that I'm doing good in this world. Every day I do something to positively benefit this earth and all the inhabitants of this earth. And so I say this over and over, and I say, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm so beautiful. I love myself. I love myself. And I really do love myself from the bottom of my heart. I love myself. Once you do that, you feel so good after a while. Keep saying this, even if you don't believe it, keep saying this. Affirmations are the most important thing in life is affirmations, affirmations. Well, I shouldn't say the most important, but one of the most important things in life. That's why advertisers understand that they're going to advertise the same, they're going to keep playing the same advertisement time and time again on the TV or the radio or wherever because they know it's affirmation. It's one after the other. They know that this is the commercial and we're going to keep playing and we're going to keep putting the McDonald's sign in your head, the M in your head. We're going to keep putting that in your head so that you won't forget us. Everyone knows the Nike symbol. Everyone knows the McDonald's symbol. No matter even if they don't eat there or whatever, because it's been programmed into our mind time and time again. Just from seeing it when we're walking on the street somewhere, just from seeing it on television or wherever. And so we need to continuously repeat, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. And continuously say that, and eventually we'll get to really believing it. And then all the negative will just fade away. And all this anxiety and low self-esteem and all these other problems and all these addictions will just start to slowly, slowly fade away. Sometimes they may never go away completely, but at least we'll have a better feeling about ourselves. I've learned this over the years, and I feel that a lot of these problems, again, stem from not loving ourselves. That's just it, not loving ourselves. And we can fix that again with affirmations. Affirmations are very vital, very crucial to our well-being and to consciousness, or raising of our consciousness and energy levels and vibrations. It's amazing what thought and what words can do. Even if a million other people say that we're ugly, we're beautiful. You're beautiful. I'm beautiful. And it's okay to say I'm beautiful. It's okay to say I love myself. I love you. I love you, Michael. I love you, Michael. I love you, Sarah. Whatever your name might be, I love myself. And no matter what people are saying, if you start to, I've realized one thing actually. I'll tell you a story. And this is very pertinent to this video. And that is, when I was younger, I had these, I thought I had these voices in the back of my head. Like people were like making fun of me, jokingly behind my back, saying that, oh, look at the way he dresses, look at it, he's not even, look at the, like just anything, like my appearance, my facial looks. And when I was younger, I didn't have that good self-esteem. I did not. And people called me, all kinds of names, even though I really wasn't bullied to that point, like some people are. But I was called all kinds of names, and I kept hearing these voices behind my back, behind my head, and I was getting me crazy, driving me crazy, literally. And I just kept hearing like, look at that guy, like look at him, he's so like weird, and look at his face and all this stuff. Like I felt so like closed, and I'm like, "Ugh, I don't want anybody to see me." I mean, I didn't have it to that degree where I wasn't able to go out of the house or something like that, but to the degree where I kept hearing these voices. And one day, or one period in my life, I kind of just got up and said, look, I want to take control of my life. I don't want my life to take control over me. I want to take control over my life. And then I started to think more positive about myself. As time went on, especially when I became vegan, I was like, you see how I turned out to be? I love myself so much. I'm beautiful. I say that in a mirror, and that's why I have a lot of mirrors around me, because I love myself. I want to see my gorgeous self in the mirror. If you say I'm ugly, that leads to you feeling that you're ugly. And actually, in reality, in physical form, it does make you ugly. Okay? Even though you're beautiful, the external appearance actually, because when you keep thinking those negative thoughts about yourself, it actually takes physical form. So if you really hate yourself, if you abuse yourself physically or mentally or whatever, that's going to show on the outside. That's going to show on the outside. And deep down, we are beautiful, not just deep down, on the outside. And we got to show it by working on the inside. That's the thing, working on the inside. Once we work on the inside, the inner being that we are, through meditation, through affirmations, and so forth, then we understand this. We start to realize that this is, once we keep doing it, it starts to come true, and we believe so. So if we say, oh, I got big feet, I got big feet, I got big feet, I got big feet, or whatever negative things you say about yourself, that will be true. That will come true because you're saying that all the time. And you're thinking that all the time. In each day, you keep saying the same thing over and over. If you say, oh, I'm fat, oh, I'm fat, oh, I'm fat, when am I going to lose weight? And you keep going on the scale and you keep checking, oh, and you gain 1 more pound or whatever. That's not doing anything for your self-esteem. That's not doing anything for your weight. That's not doing anything for your well-being. You need to say no matter what, I mean, you're not going to keep eating junk food and say, oh, I'm beautiful. Doesn't make sense. You got to do both. You got to eat somewhat healthy, and you got to, or as healthy as you can, and you got to say these affirmations. So you don't stand on the scale at all, and you just see yourself as being healthy, not losing weight or not being overweight or whatever, just being healthy overall, eating healthy food, whole foods, plant-based, and just feeling overall good about yourself. Start little by little, little baby steps along the way. That's all it takes. Every day, say one thing: I love myself. Even if you don't believe it, I love myself. I'm beautiful. And you don't worry about your weight. You don't worry. And I'm actually myself. I tell you something, truly. Even though I'm preaching these words, I don't follow it 100%. I don't. Even though I do say I love myself, and I never say I hate myself, there's still this little devil in the back of my mind that says otherwise. And I sometimes feel like, oh, I'm getting a little this, or I'm getting a little that, my body appearance, or whatever it is. And that's just because of the fact that we're in sometimes a cycle, and we need to get past this redundant cycle. We need to get past, we're on this journey, and we need to, sometimes we go to a certain point in our journey and then we fall back a little bit. And that's good. That's okay. We've fallen back down. Get up. Get up and go for your goals and your journey. Keep going forward. Because you might fall down 1,000 times, but then you'll get up and you'll start to make strides in your life. Yes, I hope you like this informational, educational, inspirational video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it around. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I already have over 14,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can get to 100,000 and maybe even 1,000,000. Come on, guys, you can do it. And don't forget my website, weareinterconnected.com. It's coming very shortly. It's under construction or deconstruction. And all my books can be found on Amazon and elsewhere. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you soon. Woo!